Alright, here we go. Third game ng ating Sunday edition ng Peak Basketball. And we are gonna be witnessing Elite going up against Cypres. This is Elite's second game. Talo sila nung kanilang first ball game. But Cypres naman, itong unang-unang pagkakataon, makikita natin sila. Magandang laro to, mga kaibigan. And please share our live link para marami pong makanood. Ano? All-star ang lineup ng Cypres, no? At they are going up against, of course, Elite. Titignan natin kung sino magwawagi dito.
Kanina pa
Pwesto na tayo, pwesto na ako. Mga muna ako dito. Alright, here we go. Sisimulan na natin ang ating third game of the day. Supposedly, dapat ang start natin, 8 p.m. But medyo nag-overtime tayo ng konti. Maganda kasi yung laro kanina and marami rin dead ball situation. So ito, sisimulan na natin yung ating third game. Final reminders lang sa ating mga coach. And this is going to be our starters for this evening. Elite with Bam Lopez, Tuto Sigulon, Richard Victoriano, JB Bautista, Ralph Urbano, Christian Manalo, Joshua Cueva, Mark Gubanco, and Mike De Los Santos. And also Miko Toldanes. Mukhang wala dito si Darwin, no? Hindi ata lalaro. So ayan po yung ating starters. And again, this is the third game of our Sunday edition ng Peak Basketball Tournament. And noticeably missing si Altarejos. Magandang nilaro ni Altarejos kagabi. At wala daw si Altarejos ngayon. Mukhang merong laro sa ibang lugar. So here we go. First or third game of our Sunday basketball ng Peak Basketball Tournament.
Alright, here we go. Third game of our Sunday games. And our starters will be Bam Lopez, Sigilon, Victoriano, Bautista, and Urbano, and the Cypres Manalo, Cueva, Gubanco, De Los Santos, and Fontanes.
Here we go, first quarter of our final game, Elite versus Cypres. Ang ganda ng kulay ng dalawa, no? Contrasting. And the first possession won by Cypres. This is Manalo. Passing to Maki. Ang ganda ng pasa ni Maki sa ilalim. Cueva missing the shot though. Yun ang problema, pag pinapaganda pa yung tira. That should have been an easy two-pointer for Cueva, pero sumaport pa siya ron. Sugilon to Victoriano. Victoriano, this is the three-pointer. Nako, nagagawan yung dalawa dun. Manalo to Toldanes. Toldanes missing the shot, but they still get the ball after Victoriano is unable to control the possession. Toldanes to Cueva. Back to Toldanes. Toldanes pasa sa ilalim kay Cueva. Nabitawan ni Cueva yan. And that ball sails out of bounds at mapupunta sa elite. Mabibilis ang gwardiya ng Cypres. We have Toldanes and Batitong Manalo. Wow, that is a good shot by Lopez. The first point of the ball game from Bam Lopez. Manalo. Nice contest by nako, nagmamadali si Urbano dun. Manalo, 3-pointer. That is good. First basket of the ball game for Manalo. Sugilon quickly pulling up for a mid-range jumper. He makes that one stick. Oy, medyo dangerous pass yun from Manalo. Bam Lopez. Shifty move by Bam Lopez and one play, and may kasama pang foul yan. Mula kay Maki.
Bago galayan mo, kailangan na bigyan.
Ay, nako talaga.
Tali mo na lang doon, tali mo na.
Victoriano making the basket. All right, back to the ball game. Lopez kicks out to Urbano. Urbano, three-pointer, that is short. Gobanco grabs the rebound.
Nakabitin siya doon.
We're having some minor technical difficulties pero naayos naman po, and back to the ball game. 8-3 ang ating score. 5-point advantage for Elite. Victoriano, and that is a top out of bounds by Manalo, and that ball should stay with Elite. 8-3 ang ating official score. Victoriano to Bautista. Bautista to Lopez. Lopez to the basket is Bam Lopez with the two-pointer. And no one challenging that shot from Bam Lopez. Patitong to Make. Make drives to the basket. That ball gets stopped, kaya walang double dribble doon. Bam Lopez to Victoriano, medyo malakas lang ng konti yung pasa. That was a good intention, but the execution is a bit flawed. A bit too strong on that pass. Toldanes to Manalo. Manalo swings it over to Cueva. Manalo, nako, natapik yun. And this leads to pass break play for Elite. Sugilon, and they get called for a 3-second violation. Sayang. Si Victoriano ang natawagan doon basically dahil siya yung nagbabad sa ilalim. Make to Manalo. Manalo, three-pointer. Misses the shot. Make, unable to control that rebound. Sugilon against Cueva. Sugilon to the basket. And one play by Sugilon. What a move. Let's quickly look at that replay of that sensational play for Sugilon. Presence of mind yun. Nakita niya may bantay siya dun sa right side. So iniwas niya yung bola. And Sugilon trying to complete that three-point play. And he does. And he increases the lead to double digits. Down early ang Cypres by 10 points. Manalo. Passes to Cueva. Cueva passes back to Manalo. Make, raratsyada na rito. Umigot. Hesitation. Nakabitawan ang bola. And Make is actually looking for a ball but he did not get one. Bautista to the basket. Makes a two-pointer. Unti-unti lumalayo ang elite dito. Early first quarter. And we're not... Victoriano gets called for a foul. At ito yung inaasahan natin kanina pa dapat, no? Timeout from Cypres. Babalik po tayo after this quick timeout.
This timeout is powered by Easy Jersey. Quality and affordability. Made easy.
Position score 58-3. Victory Rock Elite.
Ano si Tony? Hindi na mo pala. Natakot na. Hindi natin naalis yung club. Dami mas hindi na. Basel parang taklong basura naman. Ang Basel lang. Palong-palo Nakasitira yung Basel natin.
Alright, here we go back to the ball game. It is a turnover, hindi nahawakan.
Record violation.
Bam Lopez with another two-pointer. Pasa sa gitna. Short by number 24. That was Ramirez. Takes a three-pointer. He makes the three-pointer. That is Ramirez.
Orwell, number 24. Nasalo. I-refresh mo nga yung ano mo. Ituloy na kita yung phone. Sino pa? Tanong mo.
Personal foul numbers for 88 minutes. That is first personal 30 time.
First shot by Bam Lopez. The free throw is a miss. 11-point advantage na dito ang Elite. Second shot for Lopez is good. 1 out of 2 for Bam Lopez and he increases the lead to 12. 18-6 ang ating official score.
Alok live. Bagal mo score. Huwag kang mangopya, manood ka sa laro.
Manalo missing the three-pointer. JB Bautista with the block. Diva. Bam Lopez flies to the basket. Nakakarami na itong si Bam Lopez, ha. Toldanes gets fouled. Or that is not actually Toldanes, apologies. That is Valencia. Number 80, that's Lopez with the personal foul. 2 shots to be given kay Valencia. First shot is good for Valencia. Second shot by Valencia is good. 2 out of 2 for Valencia. Sugilon. Once again, Sugilon penetrating the middle. Ang ball control ni Sugilon, no? Exceptional. He's able to control the ball even with traffic. 3-pointer is good. Once again, that was Ramirez with the 3-pointer. Diva, babawi. And that ball trickles in for Diva. Ang bilis naman ang balik ni Diva doon. And of course, I'd like to take note. Maganda rin ang shooting ni Diva kagabi, no? Uy, muntik nang pumasok yan. Nice hustle by Elite to get that rebound. Sugilon. Once again, mid-range jumper from Sugilon. Medyo kapos siya doon. Medyo binibi niya yung tira. Naku yun. Nakatalikod yung pinasahan. That is a turnover for Santos. And Manalo is being subbed out by Rodolfa. Naku, si Rodolfa, sentro to. Big man lineup ang pinasok ni coach ng Cypres, no? Manalo. Bad lang tira ni Manalo. He's actually looking for a foul as well. He didn't get one, but he does make the basket, so that is still good for 2 points. Santos, 3-pointer, miss. Bautista to Manalo. Manalo to Bautista. Lopez to Moreno. Moreno to that is Almoguera. 5 seconds to shoot for Team Elite. 1:40 remaining sa ating first quarter. Meron tayong timeout dito. Nag-timeout ang Team Elite. Pag-uusapan muna nila Coach Chicks kung ano mangyayari.
Timeout is powered by Easy Jersey. Quality and affordability. Made
Made
easy.
ba ng pwesto? Ha? Alright, here we go. Balik tayo sa ating ball game. 1 minute and 40 seconds remaining sa ating first quarter, and we have Elite leading this ball game by 16 points early. Moreno nakalibre and he makes that stick. 3-pointer, 30-11, high scoring ball game for Elite, no? While Cypres is barely, and that is a traveling violation pa for Valencia. Medyo malalim-lalim na balon ang hinuhukay dito ng Cypres by not playing efficiently sa first quarter. Lopez able to thread his way to the middle, recovers the ball. Diva, nako, delikado to si Diva pag nalibre, but that is a bit too strong that time around for Diva, and the ball sails out of bounds, still goes to Cypres. Valencia passes to Redolfa. Redolfa passes to Santos. Santos spins, misses the shot. Bautista nagdadala ng bola si Bautista dito. Uy, malakas ang pasa kay Almoguera. That is a turnover. No, I don't know if Bautista here we go, Borcelo. And that's number 88, Ramirez, getting fouled by Almoguera, I believe. And that is the case. Once again, throwing a 3-pointer is Ramirez. He misses that time around. Diva all the way to the basket. Two-way player itong si Diva. He can shoot the three and he can also drive to the basket. Number 25. Kitang-kita yung foul na yun. I don't know why he's disputing that. A warning for penalty na dito. Ang elite 35 seconds remaining. At pinagpahinga muna si Diva. Pinalitan niya Malasa. Marcelo with a crossover. What a pass to Santos. And Santos making the two-pointer. Moreno. 5-second differential between the shot clock and the game clock. Montellano with the three-pointer. And Montellano has been a long-time player of Elite. Ito yung mga loyal sa Elite. Noon pa tong mga to, no? Uy, nabitawan ang bola. Ramirez with 3 to shoot. Santos to beat the buzzer. He makes the basket. That is a three-pointer by Santos. And that ends our second quarter.
First quarter.
And the score is 35-16.
And the first quarter officials score 35-16. In favor of Team Elite.
Basketball would like to thank our major sponsors: Easy Jersey,
Ace Crest Apparel, and Empire Creek Fashion.
All right, here we go back to our second quarter. 35-16, 19-point advantage for Elite. Nice pass to Urbano. Urbano converting that beautiful assist from Victoriano.
Wala, hindi nag-aano ng kable eh. Nakagasanggaan yung kable eh.
Lopez to Montellano. Montellano, uy, walang sumulubong sa kanya doon, but he misses that shot. Santos unable to control the rebound. Ridulfa recovers the ball. Passes to Valencia. Back to Bohorcelo. Bohorcelo with the two-pointer. That is good for Bohorcelo. That is the first points for Bohorcelo as well. Lopez takes a three-pointer. He misses that one. Urbano tries to save that ball. Lopez, masyadong malakas yung tira. Valencia. Redulfa gets fouled as per our referee. Tingnan natin sinong foul dito. Jersey number 9. That should be Montellano with the personal foul.
First personal foul.
Kala ko sa'yo.
First shot by Redulfa is good. Second shot by Redulfa is a miss. 1 out of 2 for Redulfa on that trip to the line. Diva. Again, that is Diva's shot and he makes them pay for that. Kailangan si Diva, didikitan mo ng gusto yan sa 3 points. Siya rin ang bumanat kagabi, no? Santos trying to get back with his own 3-pointer but he misses the shot. Lopez again finding Diva. Diva misses this time around but they grab the offensive rebound. That is Urbano. Lopez back to Diva. Talagang hinahalap nila si Diva. Wow, what a shot! That could have been a highlight shot if Diva was able to make it. Dalawa nagagawan sa bola dun. And one play by Santos.
Pass it down.
And that is a foul from Bam Lopez.
80.
At meron tayong mga substitution dito, Redulfa
Cypres also
and Valencia being subbed out, Nobleza and Siruma. Nakamarder natin yung pangalan ni Siruma dun sa ating roster reveal, no? Nagawa nating Simura. We apologize for that. We would like to correct that. That is Siruma. Lopez, pinabayaan na naman sa tres. He misses the shot. Siruma with the rebound. Nobleza. Borcelo. Three-pointer is good for Borcelo. But they are still trailing by 16 points. They would need to rack up multiple defensive stops if they would want to get back to this ball game. Victoriano using the screen from Urbano. Victoriano missing the mid-range jumper. Nobleza grabs the rebound. Passes to Ramirez. Ramirez! Three-pointer is no good. And the breakaway layup for Urbano should be an easy one. Nobleza swings it to Borcelo. Borcelo with the three-pointer. That is a miss. Victoriano to that is Moreno. Lopez to Montellano. Montellano should have taken that shot. Lopez. Moreno fakes one. Step back three-pointer is a miss. Urbano once again grabbing the offensive rebound. Nakakaraming offensive rebound na rito ang Elite. Victoriano to Montellano. Look good. Looks good and he makes it. Nice ball rotation from Elite. Again, ayan yung sinasabi natin. Kung kumpleto yung Elite kagabi, it could have been a different story. But of course, napakaganda rin naman ng nilaro kagabi naman talaga ng three-piece spot and they deserve that win. So with the way things are going, it looks like a three-piece spot would be leading the standings as soon as we update that tomorrow. No? As we are watching here, Santos taking 2 shots from the free throw line and he does make the first one.
First person at 30 now.
Second shot is good by Santos. Victoriano. Nako, napitawan lang nga ni Victoriano ang bola doon. Nice effort by Nobleza to try to steal that ball away. But yeah, Victoriano losing the handle. Nobleza to Santos. Santos, dalawa yung sumalubong sa kanya doon. Swing to the other side. This is Simura or Siruma. And he gets fouled by Moreno. And that should be 2 shots for Siruma. Kamu na nga rito niya. Siruma with his second shot and that trickles out for Siruma. Sugilon to Lopez. Nako, mismatch to. Siruma taking on Lopez. Lopez deciding to take a mid-range jumper, misses that one. Another offensive rebound for Elite. And that has been the story of this ball game, no? Sumasablay ang Elite pero nakukuha nila pabalik. Victoriano to Sugilon. Sugilon. And that is a shot clock violation. Sayang, no? Moreno was able to make the basket but Nobleza. Santos against Moreno. Borcelo. Nice challenge from Bautista, pero Santos nandun pa rin. Perseverance by Santos results into a 2-pointer. Sugilon. Crosses over. Tries to take it to the inside. Sugilon step through. Nako, napitawan niya ron. That is too tight of a pass and they lost that possession. Nobleza, three-pointer. Missed one from the three-point line. That is Nobleza. And the lead is down to 13 points. 17 ang pinakamalaking kalamangan kung hindi po tayo nagkakamali, ano? This is Bam Lopez. Lopez once again against Simura. Lopez with an end-one play. Yan ang sinasabi natin, it's a mismatch. Si Ruma might be taller than Bam Lopez, but Bam Lopez is definitely faster. At kanina pa yan, magaganda talagang galaw ni Bam Lopez as you see on that replay. Joke lang. Alright, bonus shot for Lopez. And he misses the bonus shot. Did not complete the 3-point. Either way, they are still leading by 15 points. Santos releases one from the 3-pointer. Sugilon. Met by 3 defenders. Sugilon. Sugilon passes to Lopez. Lopez makes sure of that shot. Ramirez to Nobleza. Nobleza to Siruma. Siruma swings it to the other side. That is Ramirez with the 3-pointer. Ocon releases one from the 3-pointer. That is an air ball. May kilala akong Ocon, ha? Pero F1 driver yun. Ang ganda ng balik. Naku, nabitawan ni Bohorcelo. I think he wasn't expecting that pass. Napaganda pa yung topic na yun. Si Roma. Santos once again powering his way inside. He misses that shot this time around. It's Urbano grabbing the rebound. Sugilon, tinabayaran yung bola. Tumalpog papunta sa labas. Si Roma. Nobleza. Uy, sumiko si De Los Santos dun. That is an offensive foul, I believe, against De Los Santos. Or Santos rather, sorry. Medyo nagkabigayan sila ni Bautista doon. But yeah, that's good of Bautista, able to still compose himself as with Santos. And hopefully that will be the last of it. Yung second motion si Gelon. Passing to Bautista. Bautista. To Lopez. Lopez. Pretty looking jump shot from Lopez, but that is a miss. Nobleza. Si Roma with the 2-pointer. That is good. And we are looking at a 14-point advantage for Elite with 2 minutes and 12 seconds remaining sa ating. Nako, this should be an easy breakaway layup for Nobleza. And that triggers a timeout from Coach Jigs of Elite. I think that was a 6-point or 4-point swing. Ang score natin is 51-39, 12-point advantage. Timeout tayo.
Timeout is powered by Easy Jersey. Quality and affordability. Made easy.
Ha? Para kanino? Alis na ako saglit ha. May niya dyan, saglit.
Global dribble. Personal foul jersey number 3, Bautista. 22nd personal, team penalty. And technical foul jersey number 3, Bautista. Lopez. Ramirez. Personal foul jersey number 15, that's him. And his first personal 30 foul. Personal foul jersey number 15, that's him. And his second personal 14 foul, running for penalty. Timeout, team lead.
Timeout is powered by Easy Jersey. Quality and affordability. Made easy.
Basketball would like to thank our major sponsors: Easy Jersey,
Ace Crest Apparel, and Empire Crete Batching Plant.
Follow our socials, both on Facebook and YouTube, for updates on what's happening with
Personal foul, personal red, Romeza. That is first personal team foul. Personal foul, personal 24, Romero. That is second personal team foul. Substitution. Last 10 seconds. Last 5 seconds.
And there you have it. That will be the end of our first half. And our score is 54-49. Wow! Kumain lang tayo saglit, no? Kasi hindi pa tayo kumakain mula kanina. 5 na lang pala ang kalamangan ng Elite. 17 yan kanina. So we'll be back with the second half after a quick reminder. Maraming salamat po.
Basketball would like to thank our major sponsors: Easy Jersey,
Ace Crest Apparel, and Empire Crete Batching Plant.
Follow our socials, both on Facebook and YouTube, for updates on what's happening within the league. Peak basketball.
Ayan, huwag mo na mayroon.
Bilisan mo, bilisan mo. Just mute.
Alright, here we go back to our second half of our final game. It's a matchup between Elite and Cypres, and don't look now, no? Lumabas lang tayo saglit at meron tayong anasikaso. 5 na lang palang kalamangan dito ng Elite from as high as 17 points.
No, baba, no. Yung sound, baba ng konti.
And Urbano scores the first 2 points of the third quarter with that basket and increases the lead right back to 7 points. Mid-range jumper from Nobleza is good. Victoriano drops it to Sugilon. Sugilon missing that shot. Manalo. 3-pointer. And that trickles in and out for Manalo. Sugilon, bounce pass. Ang hirap ng pasa na yun. Victoriano gets a foul. I believe from Manalo. Yep, and that is the case. Manalo with the personal foul. So Victoriano will be shooting 2 free throws. Nako, lumabas yung unang free throw ni Victoriano. Second shot by Victoriano is good. Nobleza swings to the other end. Santos jockeying for position sila doon ni Montellano, but before the shooting motion, a foul is already called against Marvin. 6-point advantage still for Elite. Medyo bumababa na po yung battery natin. No? Pagpasensyahan nyo na ako. This is already our third game at wala tayong kapalitan sa commentator. Santos releases one from the 3-pointer. He misses the shot. But Santos able to get the offensive rebound and gets fouled by Urbano as he tries to spin to the baseline. Nobleza. Mid-range jumper is good. Pumasok yun. Kinain ng ring yung tira ni Nobleza na yun. Lead is down to 4 points. Victoriano using the screen from Urbano. Hinawakan ni Nobleza si Urbano. Tingnan natin kung anong itatawag na foul dito. And yep, that is the case. Nobleza gets called for a personal. He was actually trying to prevent Urbano from cutting to the lane. At nawalan siya ng choice doon kundi humawak. Urbano against Santos, banggaan doon sa ilalim. And Santos wins that battle for now. Nobleza. Fake pass by Nobleza and the lefty is good. 57-55, 2-point advantage. Urbano gets a 2-pointer. Ito na naman si Nobleza. Santos, bumangga na naman. Dalawa pala yung Santos dito, ha? And Santos, that's Santos number 18 getting called with the foul. Or De Los Santos pala yun, yung number 18. Sugilon to Lopez. Lopez crosses over against Santos. Misses the shot. Monteliano, sablay pa rin. Nobleza with the rebound. Naagawan siya ni Sugilon. Gets fouled by Nobleza. Hindi ko alam kung paano naagaw ni Sugilon yung bola na yun because Nobleza basically skied for that rebound siguro pagbaba. So dalawang tira dito ay ibibigay kay Sugilon. First one is good. Wala yung mga big man, no? Ng parehong kopanan. Elite without Ambo. Ambuluto, that is. And Cypres without Darwin Lunor, yung ating second season MVP. So this is Nobleza. And Valencia gets called or gets a foul from Lopez. And apparently, as per our referee, that is a non-shooting foul. So it's a baseline inbound and Rodolfo is inbounding that ball. Valencia. Nice pass to the middle to Santos. That is a good pass by Bohorcelo. Sugilon with the hezzy. Swings it to Victoriano. Victoriano, three-pointer is no good. Valencia kicks it out. And Bohorcelo missing that three-pointer. Lopez. Out of control was Lopez. Nabitawan yung bola na yun. 3 against 1. Monteliano ang bumabantay doon. And Bohorcelo able to get that two-pointer. Dalawa na lang. Isang possession na lang ang kalamangan dito ng Elite. Sugilon, lefty is good. Valencia to Bohorcelo. Bohorcelo once again, no hesitation. 3 Santos gets the offensive rebound. Natapikan pero tinamahan sa ulo. Sabi ng ating referee, that is Monteliano getting called with the foul. Warning for penalty. Parehong koponan. 4-point advantage for Elite. Once again, is Santos releasing one from the three-pointer. Sugilon. Nice pass to Victoriano. Bohorcelo forces one up. Sa gitna. That is a lefty by Borcelo. Lopez. To Bautista. Bautista. Bautista? Ako, nagkatamaan sila doon. But that is an incidental contact. At hindi yan itatawag talaga ng referee dahil hindi naman yan sinadya. Borcelo to Valencia. Borcelo once again with the ball. Redulfa hands it over to Borcelo. Borcelo nabitawan ang bagya ni, but he was able to recover and then end one play.
That's a foul personal foul jersey number 30. So good. And his first personal penalty.
And Sugilon gets called for a foul as we look at that replay.
Substitution.
And Santos able to complete that 3-point play. Lopez. Pick and roll with Bautista. Lopez rejects the screen. Temporarily loses the handle, recovers and reverses the layup. That was Lopez with a beautiful two-pointer. Valencia. Swings it over. Ang ganda ng swing ng bola. But that is a miss. Lopez with a long two-pointer. Valencia misses the shot. Nako, save to the wrong person yun. Casquejo scores the basket for Cypres and they are still trailing by 5 points. Lopez, two-man game na naman to, and once again Lopez rejecting that screen and drives all the way to the basket. Maraming galaw itong si Lopez. Mahihirapan talaga silang bantayan to si Lopez. At malaki ang katawan ni Lopez. And he also has a three-pointer. Valencia with the air ball. And ball sails out of bounds. Victoriana. Seven-point advantage for Elite. Once again, it's Lopez with an ISO play, and that is before the motion. Offensive foul goes against Lopez for hooking the defender. And Lopez, that is actually his fourth personal. Malaki yan, ha? Dahil si Lopez, inaasahan siya rito. As we see that jumper from Casquejo. Bautista to Sugilon. Sugilon. Uy, sayang yun. But Urbano was able to put back that basket or that ball. Casquejo. Napitawan doon ni Maki Embola. Oops. Umawi ata si number 20. Si Almo. Oh, sab lang. Hindi, balik. Sige, balik. Balik na.
Final theory.
Timeout is powered by Easy Jersey. Quality and affordability. Made easy.
Yari ka kay Jigs mamaya, yari ka dyan.
Alright, here we go back to the ball game. 2 minutes remaining sa ating third quarter. 7-point advantage for Elite. Sugilon. Ginugulo doon ni Casquejo. Sugilon able to get away and able to score as well. At bumubuka na naman dito ang Elite. 9-point advantage na tayo. 77-68. Make gumamit ng katawan. Lays the ball in. 2 points for Gobanco. And just for your information din po sa mga nanonood, si Maki po ang may hawak ng record natin sa SBBL, no? For the scoring record. Believe it or not, Maki, at 1 point, scored 82 points, no? Dito sa ating paliga na hawak natin sa Odelco. Nung SBBL pa lang po tayo. And that was a very, very efficient 82 points for Make. Hindi po yun maraming tira. Napaka-efficient po nun. Urbano gets the first free throw. And Casquejo is actually disputing that call. And he thought that it was a clean defense. Either way, Urbano gets the first free throw. Second shot is good for Urbano. 79-79 point advantage for Elite. Redolfa nearly losing the handle. Urbano gets called for the foul. Urbano also with his fourth personal, Redolfa. And this is gonna be a big one later on, no? Dalawang player na ni Jigs yung medyo foul trouble. Si Urbano with the fourth personal and Lopez also with the fourth. Nadolfa with his second shot. And he makes the basket this time around. And I suppose papalitan muna si Urbano dahil pang-apat na niya. And that is the case. Pinalitan muna siya ni Diva. So more offensive firepower para sa Elite, less height ang kapalit niyan. Sugilon to Bautista. This is a mismatch. Pero hindi na pasukan ni Bautista yan. Oops. May tawag tayo. Number 15 gets called with the foul. And that was Casquejo. First shot is no good by Almoguera. Second shot is good for Almoguera. 1 out of 2 by Almoguera. And the lead is back to 9 points with only seconds remaining sa ating third quarter. Gobanco. Challenge siya rito. Gobanco loses the handle. Tatlo yung bumabantay doon. That ball sails out of bounds in favor of Elite. 33.8 seconds remaining sa ating third quarter. Sugilon. Sugilon? Naku, natumbas yung Casquejo dun. Sugilon to the basket and one play. Sumabit pa doon si Maki. Hindi makapaniwala si Bakay doon. Parang
Personal team level.
at bonus shot tayo rito para kay Sugilon. Trying to complete a 3-point play is Sugilon. And he makes the shot. At nagre-reklamo dito si Bakay still sa play na yon, no? And that is an offensive foul against Gubanco. And I think we are gonna be reviewing. Alright, so may i-review tayo ditong play.
Capture mo ba? Sabi siya, pag ganun, capture tayo. Offensive foul lang tayo. Offensive foul, announce.
Offensive foul call, number 25, Mike Gubanco.
Alright, here we go. 10.1 seconds remaining sa ating quarter. Bakit?
So warning?
And warning for unsportsmanlike behavior, Mike Gubanco of Team Cypres.
Last 5 seconds.
Traveling
Violation.
violation is called against Elite dun sa kanilang last play na yun. 2.8 seconds remaining.
Last 2 seconds.
Mahaba-haba pa to. Casquejo able to get one off but misses the shot, and that should end our third quarter. 83-71 is our official score after 3 quarters. Babalik po tayo sa ating fourth quarter after just a quick break. Maraming salamat po sa panonood.
Peak basketball.
Here we go back to our final quarter ng ating last game. A battle between Elite and Cypres. And currently leading by 12 points is Elite. And here we go. First possession of the final quarter goes to Elite. Diva. Taking a 3-pointer. That is a miss by Diva. Nobleza. Dos Santos. Ramirez. Jose Ruma. Sugilon passes to Moreno. Ganda lang passes sa ilalim. Ako, sinablay yun ni Victoriano, but Diva is there for the putback. At ang bilis ng balik ng depensa ng Elite. Nobleza with the mid-range jumper. He misses that one. Tapikan ng bola. Ends up at the hands of Santos. Santos spinning to the basket. Edmond play. Power move yun by Santos, to say the least. And we have a foul against Sugilon.
The second personal first team foul.
Second personal for Sugilon. And the first team foul for Elite. 9 minutes and 13 seconds remaining. And we have a 12-point advantage for Elite as we see that conversion by Santos on the free throw line. Pambandang tira yun by Santos. It's an 11-point advantage for Elite. Bumaba ang kalamangan hanggang sa dalawa. In fact, if I'm not mistaken, kung matalas pang memorya ko, lumamang pa yung Cypres. But that is beside the point. At the moment, it is Elite leading by 11 points. And this is Nobleza passing to Santos. De Los Santos with the step through and the two-pointer. Making it just a single-digit advantage for Elite. 9 points, 85-76. And that is a foul definitely by si Roma.
Personal foul, jersey number 20.
Siya ka na naman ha.
That's the second personal first team foul.
Moreno. To Sugilon. Sugilon. Uy, naaabutan sila doon ng shot clock.
Shot clock violation.
Ramirez. Pinasa sa ilalim. Medyo masigip doon. De Los Santos recovers that ball. And he gets a foul from Bautista. Dalawang tira dito ang ibibigay kay De Los Santos.
Personal foul, jersey number 3. Bautista. That is third personal second team foul.
De Los Santos makes the first shot. And makes the second one as well. That's 2 out of 2 for De Los Santos. He brings down the lead to just 7 points, 85-78. Sugilon trying to elude his defender, a much bigger si Roma. Nice defense by si Roma naman yun. Nobleza. Ramirez takes a three-pointer and makes one.
By Ramirez.
Moreno takes a three-pointer is Moreno. Medyo kapos yan. And battle for the rebound ends up at the hands of Ramirez. Ramirez against Diva. Ramirez to Nobleza. Nobleza, 3 points by Nobleza is good.
By Nobleza.
At isa na lang ang kalamangan dito ng 5J or ng Elite. Victoriano. Tao-taong labanan dito ha. And I believe Sugilon should have an advantage over si Roma. Victoriano takes one from the 3 points. That is no good. Ramirez. Naku, natapik yan. Bautista, able to save. Uy, tinamaan sa mukha doon si Bautista.
Personal foul, jersey number 88. Ramirez.
That is an inadvertent hit to the face. And we have a timeout. Cypres with the timeout. And they are trailing by 1 point, 85-84 is our official score. 6 minutes, 49 seconds remaining sa ating final quarter.
Timeout is powered by Easy Jersey. Quality and affordability. Made easy.
All right, here we go back to our final quarter of our final game. And we are watching Elite sporting the blue jersey and Cypres sporting the red jersey. And this is Diva going up against si Roma. Si Roma able to hold his own sa depensa. And he, on cue, he was able to get that ball away from Diva. De Los Santos making that shot, and they are now on the driver's seat with 1.8685. This is Montellano. Ito lang pala ang sagot ng Cypres, no? Yung man-to-man defense. Sugelon was asking for a foul on that offensive play. Ramirez to De Los Santos makes the basket. At lamang na ng tatlo dito ang Cypres. Montellano to Sugelon. Sugelon forces one up, misses, but that is an over the back foul by Sugelon.
Personal foul personal 30. Sugelon. That is third personal 30 foul substitution.
Meron tayo substitution sa floor. Binalik na si Lopez. Lopez already has fourth personal and he may be limited defensively. Si Roma to Santos. Santos to Bautista, Santos rather, guarded by Bautista. And that was touched last by Elite. 14 seconds sa shot clock ng Elite. 85-88 3-point advantage. Santos inbounding the ball for Cypres. Or that is actually si Roma. Ramirez missing the shot. Battle for the ball. Nauna doon si Urbano. This should be a breakaway layup.
2 points.
And that was the case. 2 points for Urbano. And they cut the lead to 1 point. 88-87. Santos bumitaw ng wala yung tres. That is no good. Now Santos hasn't actually been making or hasn't been making his 3-pointer, so I don't know. Maybe he's just having an off night. Bam Lopez with a very badly needed 2-pointer or 3-pointer rather, and they grab the lead with that shot by Lopez. Nobleza to Santos. Santos spins away from the defense and gets a 2-pointer.
2 points. Santos.
Ang lakas ng katawan nito ni Santos at medyo manipis din kasi dito si JV, no? Ay, naku. Buti na lang nandun si Montellano. And Montellano throws one up from the 3-pointer. I don't know if he called back, but he did make that shot. And we have a warning for delaying the ball game against Elite. 93-point advantage for Elite. Nobleza. Ramirez, 3-pointer. That is a miss. Tumatakbo dito ang Elite. Lopez. Pulls one off from the 3-pointer. He misses the shot. Tapi ka ng bola. Last touch ni Bautista. Santos once again releasing one from the 3-pointer and once again missing the shot. I don't know if Santos has traveling yan from the Los Santos. De Los Santos is actually asking for a foul on that play, but nakatayo lang kasi yung bantay doon, no? So Lopez against Nobleza. Oh, what a crossover by Lopez. Lopez to the basket. That pass is a bit too strong pero nahabol ni Nobleza yun, and that is a 2-pointer by Nobleza.
number 10 of Cypres running for taking a foul.
Nako, nabitawan ni Sugilo ng bola. And that leads to an easy 2-pointer for Nobleza.
2 points for Nobleza.
2 minutes and 54 seconds remains. Lamang lang ng isa dito ang Cypres. This is a very tight ball game, ladies and gentlemen. It's turning into a cardiac arrest finish. Lopez, nako, nabitawan na naman ni Lopez yung bola ron. Si Ruma has been holding his own in terms of defense, ha? And that ball sails out of bounds. Natapik ni Sigulon yun.
Substitution.
At pinalitan muna si Marvin Montellano ni pasa sa gitna, walang nakatingin sa elite doon. That is a quick 2-pointer by De Los Santos. And they are now leading by 3 points. Cypres, that is. Lopez to Victoriano. Victoriano. Mid-range jumper. That is too strong. Tumulak ata si JB doon. And that was the case. JB getting called with the foul.
Personal 3 Bautista. But his fourth personal 40th foul.
Fourth personal na rin yan ni Bautista. Nobleza. This possession is big for Cypres. Uy,
Personal foul, personal 3.
tumulak si
But his
Bautista.
fifth personal foul.
Uy, wala pong penalty ah.
And team penalty.
First shot by Santos is good. Penalty na pala ang elite. 4 na ang kalamangan. At 5 na with that shot. 1:59 remaining. Lumamang na dito ng 5, ha? Ang elite or ang Cypres. Victoriano. That is a big shot and badly needed as well by Victoriano. And he brings down the lead to just 2 points. Kailangan ng defensive stop dito ng elite. Balik kay Santos ang play dito. Ramirez. Santos. 2-pointer is good by Santos. Naipit si Urbano dun sa bantay. Sugilon. 4-point advantage for Cypres. 1:15 remaining. Lopez. That is before the shot. Meron na tayong foul. Third team foul pa lang para sa Cypres, and that is actually a non-shooting foul.
Personal foul, jersey number 10. Nobleza, that is third personal 13th foul. Correction, 4th personal foul. Correction, 4th personal.
Here we go, back to elite. 96-100. 4-point advantage for Cypres. This is Bam Lopez immediately releasing one from the 3-point line. So Gilon with the power rebound. Number 88 gets called with the foul. That is Ramirez.
That is third personal 40th foul. Warning for penalty.
Warning for penalty na dito ang Cypres. Lopez, 3-pointer. That is short. Once again, it's Sugilon coming up with the rebound and making the basket as well. Down to 2 points ang kalamangan dito ng Cypres.
Last 45 seconds.
Ten seconds to shoot para sa Cypres. They are leading by 2 points. This is a very big offensive position. Kung pinabayaan, bumukha ang depensa. That is a 2-pointer by Ramirez. Sugilon to Victoriano. Back to Sugilon. to Bam Lopez. Libreng-libre to. Drill Lopez able to make that 3-point and brings down the lead to just 1 point. 101-102. 27.8 seconds remaining. That was a big basket from Sugilon or from Bam Lopez.
Is powered by Easy Jersey. Quality and affordability. Made easy.
All right, here we go back to the ball game. .8 seconds remaining. 1 point advantage for Elite. And once again, isolation play for Ramirez. Urbano. Huli. Ayan na nga, tapikan ng bola. 5 second shot lang, Nobleza. Ang hirap ng tira. Uy. A foul is called.
Personal foul jersey 30, Sugilon.
Sugilon gets called for a foul.
Personal T20.
So a foul was called against Sugilon and 2 shots to be called against Nobleza. Or Nobleza is taking 2 shots. First shot by Nobleza is a miss. 5.7 seconds remaining. Kayang-kaya pa to. 1 point advantage lang. And no more timeout for Cypres. 2 more timeouts for Elite. Pag sinablay ito ni Nobleza, kailangan makuha ka agad. Makapag-set up ka agad ng play ang Elite. Nobleza makes one. And a timeout is called by Elite. 2 point advantage.
5 seconds. Official score 101-103.
Is powered by Easy Jersey. Quality and affordability. Made easy.
Basketball would like to thank our major sponsors. Easy Jersey,
Ace Crest Apparel, and Empire Crete Batching Plant.
Follow our socials, both on Facebook and YouTube, for updates on what's happening within the league. Be basketball. This timeout is powered by Easy Jersey. Quality and affordability. Made easy.
Malapit yan.
All right, here we go. Final 5.7 seconds of this ball game. Passer. Okay na, okay na.
Point is allowed.
Wala, lobat eh. Taga.
Sukan niyo yung ano. Nga mo na yung cellphone para sa cellphone tayo. Like, sukan mo pa ganun. Sama mo yung clock. Sige. Oo. Tumayo ka. Para sure lang tayo. Tangina, nagturoan pa kayo. Pag ganito, kita yung camera sa cellphone. Ayan, namamatay. Sige, record mo.
Alright, here we go. Final 5.7 seconds of delaying the ball game yan. 5.3 na bawasan ng 0.4 yung ating clock. Sugilon, natapik ang bola. Diva. Uy, nice block. Na-block ni si Roma yun. May 1.7 seconds pa tayo. That should have been a 3-pointer, no? Binitawan na sana yung 3-pointer instead of passing it underneath. 1 seconds. Naandaan kayo sa timer. Nagloloko na nga eh. 1.7 seconds. Here we go, 1.7 seconds remains. Naku, nabitawan ni Lopez yun, 0.8 seconds.
Anong gagawin natin pag sinuntok? Pare, malayo kasi nagtawag mo pare. Pare, kusel kasi yun. Hindi mo pa nakita na ka-focus sila noon. Inap sa inyo eh. O nga, ano ka mangyari pag ano? Sabi mo kasi anong kondisyon?
Wala ano ba tawag natin?
Wala tayo.
Hindi natin pwede ibigay yung review.
Diba? Kita eh. Ha? Balik mo.
Kaya walang plano. Tinanggal mo kasi yun.
Walang tawag. Ito sa live kasi. Wala sa hindi lang ko.
Nakuha ba? Sa pang-replay mo. Okay ba, replay?
Pakita ko pa sa
Ayun
kanya.
Ayun na.
Pakita ko pa sa kanya. Wala, patawagin mo, coach.
Sige na, wala na. Sige na, kasi wala naman tayong tawag. Alright, so ang dinidispute is there was a fish thrown, but there wasn't. Ilang beses natin i-replay. Siguro out of frustration na lang yun ni Lopez, no? And
Walang contact pa.
Wala po, sa permit, ayaw ko na.
Sinipin natin yan, tutari si Jake.
Hindi na, wala review, meron na.
Pinakita ko lang sa kanila na walang po, lalita. Wala pare.
Okay na rin.
alright, so after that controversy, which is not actually a controversy, wala naman po talagang contact. And Elite has already given up on the play.
And congratulations for Team Cypres.
Kaya pare,
For
pakita ko lang
winning
sa'yo.
the same
Pare, kasi ang dami kasi pare misconnect.
with the final score of 101 and 103.
Tita, ano kayo? Bakit? Anong problema? Sana nagkapira ka pa.
Peak Basketball.
Alright, welcome back to Peak Basketball Tournament at nandito pa tayo. Balik tayo sa ating laro and of course we are with the winning coach at yung ating player of the ball game, Santos. Tama? First name mo ulit, Santos? Jomar Santos. 25 points, 4 rebounds and 2 assists, 103. Dikit na dikit yung laro nung natapos pero all the way going back to the first quarter, kontrolado actually ng elite yung ball game. No? In fact, lumamang sila ng hanggang 17 points. Ano yung ginawa nating adjustment at the end na i-pull out nating panalo?
Nag-adjust na kami sa depensa kasi lalo na puro bata mabibilis tapos puro shooter. Yun, buti nakuha naman sa depensa kaya pagdating ng dulo nakakuha na yung panalo.
Coach, medyo down na tayo. Second quarter pa lang, 17 points. Ano yung naging mentality natin? Hindi tayo give up. Ano yung constant na pinaalala mo sa mga players para maglaro pa rin na maayos?
Yun lang sinabi ko sila, mag-adjust sila. Mahirap maggabol, mga bata yung kalaban, saka medyo malaki yung lamang. Ayun lang, tiwala lang sa player. Kaya sabi ko na sana, hindi pa tapusin laban. Ayun lang, nag-adjust lang kami sa depensa.
Okay, congratulations again. Panalo kayo, 2 points lang ang kalamangan. Shoutout na, Jomar.
Thank you sa boss namin. Isang karangalan makapagdaro sa team niya. Saka sa supporter namin yan. Lagi niya kaming supportahan sa mga next game namin.
Alright, coach, shoutout.
Thank you kay Boss Jet, tiwala. Mga player ko, thank you. Kay si Roma. Napanood ko noong Prime 2000 yun eh. Yung block na yun.
Okay, congratulations once again. Winning team natin, Cypres.